What in the world just happened to gold? I don't know if you guys were watching that, but gold just fell off a freaking cliff. It looked like it just took an absolute skydive out of a plane. In just a matter of a few minutes here, we saw gold drop by a massive amount, going all the way from 1830 down to, what is that, 1808 as a low here. In just a matter, these are 5-minute bars, you guys. That's a fast move. Lots of sell pressure coming in on the gold market. And you may be asking yourself, well, what the heck happened to gold? Why did this happen? Well, let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. I talk all about trading and investing. And if you're new to my channel, I do want to ask you real quick, if you like these sort of videos, if you like these coverage videos, I have to go sort of sprint to go do research and cover this, but if you do like them, do me a big favor and hit that like button down below. Let's talk about what's going on with gold today. So from what I can tell, I pulled up forexfactory.com, and it does seem like we had some really impressive US dollar PMI numbers. Now that might not mean a lot to you until we break down the actual figures and why that matters. So, okay, the forecast was 60.5. We had massive news at 64.1, which was a big bomb dropped on the US dollar market. So what we had was a much better than expected numbers. You can see usually they're very, very close to the forecast, 63, 64, 64.2, 62, right? Today we had a pretty big, better than expected number that came out. And the reason that this matters is it is a leading indicator of economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight into the company's view of the economy. Okay, so we had good numbers today for the U.S. Now, which was weird because prior to that, we actually had bad numbers for the U.S. in terms of the expected non-farm employment change numbers. We had a forecast of 695, came in at 330. So bit of a miss there, and then a huge hit for the US dollar. We can take a quick look here at DXY, and you can see that bang. Look at that move, you guys. That is a massive jump on the dollar today. How do we trade it? Where do we go from here? What's next for the dollar? Well, let's try and break it down. Now, I'm not rushing into anything because, again, we head back to gold, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are interested in. Gold sold off so quickly, but to be fair, it also rose so quickly here this morning. We saw just a massive move to the upside, followed by a massive move here. And guys, welcome to the currency market. This is how it goes sometimes. You get some crazy moves like this. Okay, so let's do a little bit of technical analysis here, as well as just my fundamental bias on gold. So I am still bullish, as I have been for the last few days, weeks, on gold. So I still think that there is upside for the gold market. However, with this fresh data, it is very possible that you do see gold coming down hard here, and maybe even some follow through with that. Now, is there anything to do with this level here where I previously took a buy? I shared a little bit of that today, bought at 1810, and then, unfortunately, price came right back down and stopped me out for a small profit. Fortunately, I was able to take a little bit of profit off the table before it kept going. But that is why we have stop losses regardless. Is there a place to get back in? Is there a way to get back in on this long bias? Now, I've talked about gold and why when it comes to gold, I am bullish because of rising inflation being a concern here in the U.S., and then also sort of dovish U.S. dollar Fed-related meetings lately. So I overall have sort of a bearish bias on the dollar and hence a bullish bias on gold. So the question becomes, now let's look at the technical analysis. We'll take a look at the chart and see what we can come up with here. Well, I do like the idea of bullish setups on gold, but I'm going to be picky now because look at this. We had a high. We had a double top, price came roaring back, and I thought maybe we could break through that level. We failed out really bad, right? And now even sort of, if you get really, really technical, you've got kind of a lower high. Check this out. Lower high right there, right? Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Let me change that color and change that to red, or something close to it, make it a little thicker. There we go. A little bit of a lower high there coming in for the gold market. That's a big deal. And so for me, is this going to bounce back by the end of the day? Well, I suppose it's possible, and I am bullish on gold, so I wouldn't be, surprised. But at the same time, with that sell-off coming in, it does look like price is sort of undecided, right? You had this huge green candle, and that's great for the bulls, but then followed by an equally, if not bigger, red candle, tells us that we're sort of just at a standstill on gold and probably waiting for the NFP news that is coming Friday. So honestly, it seems like that's what the market is pricing at. It's sort of just waiting for the big news on Friday, that NFP event, which is likely to move gold significantly. Okay, so is this a buy here? I'm not rushing. I took a buy here. Things went really well. So I'm going to pause on my bullish thesis here at this 1,810 level. I'm going to pause there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe by the end of the day, it's popped right back up. Very, very possible. Gold has been crazy right now, but I am going to pause on that and look for other setups. In the meantime, however, if you're looking at gold and you're like, hey, what about this trend line? You do have this as a potential candidate. You know, you've got a lot of bullish arguments here from a technical analysis perspective, but again, I don't love that we are looking like we may even form a triple top. One more thing to talk about here. If you're a bear on gold, you guys, check this out. If price is able to break lower, if we see a bearish retracement, you very well may see a sell-off into the end of the week going down to that 1795 region, which is a major level of support. Very well, price could come right on back down to that point. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm saying if you are a bear, keep an eye on that because that could be a signal to look for more downside if this level does indeed break. For me as a bull, however, it is a time to sit on my hands and wait. But again, the main reason for today's price action seems to be those PMI numbers that came out again from Forex Factory, came out and immediately on the dot you saw the price move. We'll take a look at the 1 minute chart just to show you guys that. So here it is, the price came out, so the news came out right here, right on this candle, and you can see it kissed it goodbye. It said, bye mom, I'm headed to the war, and just dropped off a cliff. So craziness for the gold market today. Just another day in the currency market, I suppose. I know it's a quick video. I just wanted to cover what's going on today because I know a lot of people will have questions about this. So I do want to, of course, sort of just cover that here today. So before I go, I do want to say, if you're not already in our private Discord, we are trading actively this week. Myself, Patrick, and Frank are all taking trades. Here's the trade that I took. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I guess, I took this gold trade. It was beautiful. Like, it was a great technical bounce. It looked amazing. And now I guess I'm looking a little bit foolish because it came right on back down and ended up hitting me for, you can see I alerted, and thankfully I did, alerted that I was moving my stop loss to break even, and then was able to get this out. And you guys, look at this. I think this is some sort of manipulation from Frank. I don't know if you guys saw our video yesterday. We did a stupid skit. It was really fun, but we talked, it was like a broker skit where we imagined like a broker manipulating you. Go watch it if you haven't. But Frank made this comment and I thought it was funny, and it was before the big break, but maybe he caused something in the markets, you guys. If you made it to the end, what do you guys think? Is Frank just a secret, puppet string holder? Is he just a market manipulator? Because he said, stop loss at 1801, huh? Time to manipulate price. And sure enough, today we saw it come all the way up and then all the way back down. So I don't know, maybe some conspiracies in the chat. Maybe Frank is up to something that we all don't know about. Maybe he shorted my buy or something like that. I don't know. I'm totally kidding. Frank is he's a very nice guy. He wouldn't do that. At least I don't think he would. Maybe we've got some surprises. I don't know. But anyways, that is what it is. Gold was a little bit of a frustrating one for me today. But anyways, I think that there are some setups going into this. Maybe you see some further low prices, and maybe as a gold bull, I get a chance to buy something at a deeper discount. I like the idea of buying under 1800. That's an idea that I will be watching myself. So with that said, if I take any trades, I'll share them in Discord for those of you guys who are VIP members. If you're not already a VIP member, the link is down below in the description, and there's a promo code for you to get 25% off for a limited time. Come join us. We'll see you in there. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time.